Hello, everyone, and welcome to DW Randomizer, and welcome into the 2022 Dragon Warrior Randomizer Summer Tournament Grand Final, Game 2 in the best of 3 between Thilotilo and Angel FM. Alongside Z-Man 20, I'm going back into Z-Man 2020 something or another. I feel it feels like a long 2020 here, but alongside 050778. I'm Ferran Burgundy, and I'm hoping that we haven't started yet because I totally tripped up on that. But if we haven't and you can hear me, then you're used to my stream and you've probably heard similar gaffes and goofs and things of that nature.
We've never done this ever before, right? So it's not like you know my numbers or anything. But no,
in my chat earlier, I was calling you LOZ Cards fan. I had the wrong Z in my head, so I'm just all kinds of discombobulated tonight. But hopefully, our runners will be a lot more combobulated than I am.
Well, we are here, and this is Game 2 of the Grand Final. Angel with a 1-0 lead over Tilo. So if Angel happens to win tonight, Angel will be the Grand Champion. Whereas if Thilotilo wins, we will have a Game 3, I believe, Sunday night. And as you can see here, the stats have been uploaded in the tracker, and ooh, this could be fun. This could be fun. We have a minimum 4 strength start.
Oh, that's no bueno. And yeah, game 3 would be tomorrow afternoon, and yes, a Bert Bly-Levin start from me. Although I at least knew well enough to not drop an F-bomb.
Well, hopefully, as Chris Berman would say, hopefully we're all going to be home by 11.
I hope so too, because that would mean that if we're not, then this has gone over 2 hours, and yikes.
HP a little low. The agility is pretty nice, right? 12 agility, 6 defense power. So, you can certainly slap fight a couple of red slimes or a blue slime as long as they don't have anything bad. So we're going to see what they have in the treasury coming up shortly here, I would hope.
Yep, in the interim, well, I was going to give the explanation, but it looks like we're underway here. The object of Dragon Warrior is for our racers to find and defeat the evil Dragon Lord. They'll need to collect certain key items to trade in for the Rainbow Drop, which will allow the runners to enter Charlotte Castle, the home of the Dragon Lord. They'll also be fighting enemies one at a time to gain experience and levels to get stronger, as well as gold to purchase weapons, armor, and items to help in their quest. And also helping in their quest, they have gold, torch, and the obligatory key.
That torch certainly makes life a little bit easier for our runners. It makes it certainly easy to take down a Drakey. Maybe you take down the ghost and hope for a hit or two. So we'll see what happens. Oh, nice little seaside view here from Tantagel.
We have a red slime to start here. They have 3 HP. They'll give you 2 experience. It requires 5 experience to get to level 2. And we see that there's a little bit of a swamp block up there, so I doubt that our runners are going to do much exploration, so they're at least a little bit pinned in here.
And here's that Drachia. Yep, I would imagine Angel is going to throw the torch at the Drachia, say goodbye to the Drachia, and say hello to level 2.
21 power, 18 speed, a hit point, and 2 magic points, but oh, now all of a sudden we can hit things.
We can hit things, and we're not going to get hit. 25 strength, 30 agility, level 2. Life is very good there. In fact, you can probably take out the Scorpion here.
If you can endure 3 hits, more than likely, yeah. You're doing an average damage range of 4 to 8, and it has up to 13, and there it is. Meanwhile, a Druin with Fire Breath as Angel goes to level 3. 6023, Stop Spell and Repel.
So again, still not a whole heck of a lot of HP here for our runners. But, plenty of strength so they can just kind of stick around and start whacking things about the head, face, and body. And pick up a couple of levels here. Hopefully they get something that'll allow them relatively easy access outside the swamp. Although I do see a path that doesn't require too many steps to at least get to the other side of this little channel we're on here.
Yeah, I would imagine that our runners are going to utilize their resources here, probably get a fresh start, see if they can get a level that has some less expensive MP for healing, as well as a hurt or hurt more spell. But we'll find out at level 4 if there's any advantage, as that is at 35 experience required, and now Thilo taking out a Scorpion to also get level 3.
And if you take a look on Thilotilo's screen here, right in the bottom left corner of the screen, you can see a cave. Not that it does any good.
So here we go, level 4. 4, 1, 2, 1. I take that back. That was level 3.1, apparently. It was level 5.
That was a level. I mean, I didn't really see anything there. That there were numbers. That was a level. But with the Scorpions here in this group, getting up to level 5 is not particularly overly difficult. So, although, and I'm not sure where Thilo went that he saw the Druin. Now, the Druins have baby breath, and that's a bad thing. Metal Scorpion with 35 strength. Yeah, nope.
You'd have to go on average 4 rounds with it. You're looking at an average attack of 3 to 7 hit points, and the Metal Scorpion has 18.
And the Angel's just sitting there, red slime by red slime, getting there. Slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah, it looks like that horizontal path crosses between Zone 0 and Zone 1.
Yep.
Zone 1 having some of the harder enemies up to and including a wolf, as we've seen.
It almost looks like that bridge kind of denotes the breaking point between 0 and 1.
Almost like it was planned in the vanilla game.
I forget what the quote is from the vanilla game. But anyways, we have level 5 here. 4
power, 2 speed, 4 hit points, 5 magic points, and the sleep spell.
Sleep spell maybe helps you take out these metal scorpions that Thilo happens to run into.
Go! Thilo getting perfect bid. Unlucky 13.
Wah, 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 wah. Yeah, Thilo definitely needs to kind of just stick around in Zone 0, try to get some of those scorpions here. That I think, we're going to get Angel stretching his legs out a little bit. There's a kind of scorpion that I would imagine. Yep, sleep, and Angel's going to try to take it down. And gets that nice 31 experience points, and Thilotilo gets a Kai Shinoa Chigeki to take on a metal scorpion of his own.
Oh, and there's the droll with Hurt More, as now Thilo joining level 5 as well.
Thilo taking a death, refilling. Did get to level 5 where we do have the sleep spell, so those metal scorpions are much easier to take out. Speaking of, here's another one.
Yep, our runner's looking to get to level 6 at 165 experience, I believe.
And this will put Angel at 156, so certainly within shouting distance. Thilo putting up a repel spell, so he only gets some of those Zone 1 enemies. So it looks like we're kind of... Oh, hi, Sherlock!
Angel definitely favoring the exploration here, sees the endgame castle. Not bothering with the sleep spell. Interesting option here. Perhaps wanted to save the 8 MP for a heal more, but is going to get enough for level 6 here.
Let's see if level 6 brings us anything good.
Speed and heal.
The speed is great. Heal is nice. And we have a cave. What do we have here just south of Sherlock? We have Swamp North.
Swamp North. Angel encounter free, and it goes to another end of the world.
Taking out a Magidrake here. We have Thilotilo, slow and steady, trying to get up to level 6, which we know has a bunch of speed, but not much else.
Angel just putting the Magiwyvern that is susceptible to sleep. A little ambitious to try to take it on now, as you'd have to last 24 rounds. But, oh, here's a town. And it's not Hawksness. It's Cantlin.
It is indeed Cantlin. Let's see if there's anything good here. Chainmail, small shield. I would imagine we're going to see, I don't know. I thought Angel for sure would go for a small shield, but nope.
It's probably going to see if there's an affordable weapon, as I believe, yep, has enough for a copper sword, but there isn't one. But is going to go with the bamboo pole hype. 2 additional attack power. Can't see the third shot because it's locked behind a door, and we need keys and can't get them yet.
Although it does look like maybe Angel was saving onto some gold to restore his HP and MP at the 100 gold inn.
Most expensive inn in all the land.
And Thilotilo finding out that the Drolls have hurt more and being sent back to the castle.
And another one of those pesky Magiwyverns. Angel gonna sleep run here. As nice as the bamboo pole is, I don't think it's gonna necessarily take out the Magiwyvern. And we do see another town in the swamp here on Angel's southwest.
And what do we have here? We have the town of Hawksness.
You knew the game had to do it.
And we do have Thilotilo getting to level 6. And what do we have here? We have a golem. Goodbye.
Wow,
Angel
Golem
using...
Go and Robinson on Angel there. You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Pretty much just the golem pretty much just backhanded Angel to the castle. And now we have Thilotilo stretching his legs out a little bit now that he got to level 6, knows that the Drolls have hurt more, casts a preemptive stop spell, and he'll take out a Droll.
Angel wanting nothing to do with the Droll here. Looking for a little bit bigger proverbial fish to fry.
And we do have Thilotilo going east of this big swamp. Maybe. Okay, so what do we have here? And it looks like Angel is starting to close in on that cave that we know is just southwest of the castle, and we have Thilotilo finding another cave.
It's our freebie cave, the Vanilla Stones of Sunlight Cave, and it has the stones... Game. That's vanilla.
McGrew.
I'm not going to blame McGrew. I hear he doesn't really like that whole meme thing. So
Brad. Fine, we can do that. We've got several different options here. Alright. So, we have Angel taking out another metal scorpion here. And we have Thilotilo trying to get to that cave, but a wyvern is being sleep resistant.
And a little unfortunate as the Wyvern has only a 4 out of 16 resistance, so 3 out of 4. There is the Rainbow Drop Cave, affectionately known as the Jerk Cave. It's where you trade all your items in to get the Rainbow Drop. But if you don't have all the items, most notably Erdrick's token, he'll kick you out of the cave like the jerk that he is. And we have Garanham over on Angel's side.
Yep, that was kind of, southwest of Charlotte Castle, through a windy little path. Kind of a little peninsular type thing.
All right, Angel validating the seed, looking in the both Sparkover tiles here, hoping that it might be the overworld spot, but alas, we are denied the greatness this time around.
It would only have made sense for the Sparkover Bridge search to finally yield something in the finals. But alas, 'twas not to be.
Well, could you imagine the pop-off if it happened, though?
Oh man, that'd be amazing. And we do have Angel in Tablet Cave. Oh, yep, Angel in Tablet Cave.
Yep, one chest, a windy path that is not recommended walking in the dark, but these are really good gamers here. That's why they're in the finals. And we have gold in them, our tablet caves.
So, don't look now, but Thilotilo has taken the experience point advantage after being at a little bit of an early deficit. Tilo is just about ready to get level 7.
Yeah, it's been a matter of Angel finding things while Tilo has been fighting things.
Angel is doing a dark tablet walk grind. What did he see that we missed?
Probably the broadsword in Garanham.
Yeah. You only do this for broadsword, I would think.
Yeah, not having outside, and I mean this is just some skill here.
And with this Metal Scorpion kill, Thilotilo will get to level 7. What do we have here?
3, 2, 12, 7, and there's outside.
Angel would love that right about now.
I'm sure there's going to be one of those, oh, now you give this to me game.
Oh, yeah.
Reactions. But yeah, not too far away here from Garanham, there's that tablet cave of gold. And that's going to be an increase of 13 additional attack over the bamboo pole. But alas, 18 over. That's right. For some reason, I had the hand axe in my brain.
That's quite all right. So we have 60 attack power here for Angel FM. We have 43 for Thilotilo. And Angel buying a small shield with some leftover gold. Getting that wonderful, what is that, 2 or 6 defense? I think it's
4.
4. Halfway between 2 and 6, okay?
Yep. Yeah, you were picking the median there.
There you go.
Or you were getting your boosters on. How many times do we pass before we shoot? 4!
And a Star Wyvern sends Angel back, and oh look, Armored Knights have sleep.
Oh, that's nasty.
So that will be interesting come Charlock time. Because Armored Knights never, ever, ever ambush you. So they will never ambush you and get an initial sleep off and then completely break your face. That will never, ever happen.
Of course not. Oh, now Angel finding the Rainbow Drop Cave.
How did Tilo miss this town?
I believe that one of the high-tier enemies took out Tilo before going this way, and there is Rimmildar. That is access to keys, and Angel is looking to get some money stat.
Oh, Angel's going to try to put this Droll Magi to sleep and potentially kill it for, I believe, a couple of keys here.
Yeah, Droll Magi gives you a good 110 gold, so that would be 2 keys worth there, 53 apiece. And now Tilo picking up the Stones of Sunlight. And there's the OG thanks game on Angel's side.
Mm-hmm. Thilotilo now walking into what we know is Swamp North. If Thilotilo had a broadsword, he probably could have taken out that Druin Lord, but alas, he does not.
And that might very well be a heads-up play that Tilo is going to opt not to do.
Tilo making it through the swamp cave, and Angel first takes out a skeleton and now is attempting to take out another Droll Magi.
And with minimal resources, is able to do so.
Indeed. And we do have Thilotilo here getting into what we know to be Cantland. Well, just about getting into what we know to be Cantland.
Well, Angel heading back up to, I guess, glance at the shop.
Flame Sword magic armor there. Tilo noting his options, and Angel not picking up more keys.
I'm guessing stayed at the inn, so it's probably to get a. Oh well.
Yeah,
maybe you should have gotten them keys. Oh
maybe,
no.
yeah, maybe. Oops. Oh, this zone is poison. And we do have Thilotilo also picking up a bamboo pole of his own and a small shield.
It seemed like a good idea until ... but did have enough to get a key for the treasury. Let's see what's here. We have a cursed belt. We have fairy water. We have gold in the middle. And another cursed belt.
Interesting.
So that means 2 of the 3 search tiles are going to have something. Those being in coal, in Hawksness, in the overworld. At least 2 of those 3.
And the treasury guard was like, nope, you're not getting through this hallway. You're going to have to take the long way around. Thilotilo now finding Hawksness, and Angel going to stock up on keys. Alright, so I'm pretty sure underneath... Oh no, we still haven't seen Staff Trade-In Cave. So this has got to be one of our chest-containing caves, and this is the grave.
And thank you, Angel, for casting Radiance, so that way we didn't have to guess. Yes, there was gold in the middle chest in Treasury. Oh, and, well, we have sleep and regular fire breath on the werewolf.
Yeah, so we've got 2 Sherlock enemies with sleep. We have werewolves and we have axe knights.
Armored Knights.
Yeah,
If it's Axe Knight 2, then oh boy.
Oh boy. And Tilo with an excellent move to take out his first Droll Magi. Starting to close in on level 8. Ooh, gets an excellent move. Will get level 8 here off this metal slime kill.
Boy. Meanwhile, a torch. Oh, this is where we've got the... Oh, wow. Okay, Erdrick's sword, for sure. And another item yet to be noted because of the treasure chest glitch.
That definitely was the sword. Level 8 had 4, 4, 13,
and 11.
11, and no spells.
Who gets away with 2 HP left from the red dragon, but we saw that the red dragon did have at least the fire breath.
So we have wizards, we have werewolves, and we have red dragons. This is a fun top zone.
Oh my. Yeah, chat saying a literal grave zone. Would you say an early grave zone?
Yeah, I would absolutely say that. Unironically. Another crit! Oh my.
And that's the armor! All of Erdrick's goodies in the basement of Tanagal.
1635 at level 9. Yeah, Mountain Cave, yeah, that's big. That's big.
As Angel takes down a Magiwyvern, so yeah, the best weapon and the best armor in the game, courtesy of Garen's Grave, here on Angel's side. If this basement item is the token as well, then it is in fact Erdrick's Grave.
Could be the harp.
Yeah,
Vanilla harp, maybe.
All the Erdrick's items. What was that? We had I guess, a fairy water, a torch. I don't even know.
Nothing good.
One of those was wings.
So we made the point before that Tilo needs to get his butt back to south of Jerk Cave sooner rather than later. That statement still very much holds true. To answer Jay Copa, have we seen Silver Shield yet? Maybe? Question mark? Yeah, I think it was in one of the Cantlin shops. I think. I'm agreeing with our wonderful restreamer, Lord of the Synth here, who thinks it's in Cantlin.
Cantlin fairly close by, so there are options here.
So Tilo is still exploring this swamp continent here, and the more he's exploring, the more it looks like it's a whole lot of Hawksness and nothing. Well, and Cantlin.
Hawksness, Cantlin, metal slimes, and nothing.
Now Thilotilo picking up some chainmail, and meanwhile, Angel having no problem with a Druid Lord, picking up his level 8. Immediately going to Garenham and going to check out the back of Garenham. So, well, let's see. We're still looking for the silver harp. We're still looking for the token, and we're still looking for the trade-in cave.
Herb, gold, and herb in the back of Garanham, as far as the chests go, and then the staircase is going to lead to the staff trading cave.
So we have the mountain cave somewhere on the map.
Tilo back into...
Oh, look.
It's Breckenary.
Mm.
And there was much rejoicing. Yeah.
Right, so we have Angel really now stepping his exploration up into high gear now that he can get through all these swamps without any healing. Erdrick's armor, one of the most broken armors in... Probably the most broken armor in RPGs for the NES.
No argument here. So we had a question in chat. Why is there a trumpeter on Tilo's side? That is to denote which player's audio is being utilized.
Indeed. What was that cave there next to Breckenary? That's got to be Mountain Cave, doesn't it? I think.
I don't believe we've seen anything else. Trying to remember.
Rogue scorpions with DL2 breath.
Ew. Yeah, based on that movement, that's got to be mountain.
Yep. We have Tilo going into it.
Oh, the Kaishin Negata, the excellent dodge.
I was just about to say that Thilotilo is getting into a slap fight with the Druid Lord here.
And wins the slap fight.
So, in the interest of making this a good race, I am very much rooting for a magic key to be in one of these chests. And Brian Williams in chat bringing up a very good point that, so floor 2 of the mountain shares a zone with floor 1 of the grave. That's problematic, because we know floor 1 of the grave is death. It is pure, unadulterated death.
It ain't pretty. Oh, there's the fighter's ring at the top of Mountain Cave, so that's going to be put on for a couple of extra attack points.
Angel FM making his way back to Garanham. Tilo slowly closing in on level 10. And now, welcome to the Jungo, Thilotilo.
Although I don't believe they have fun and games here.
And that's problematic.
And able to get away with 2 HP.
Meanwhile, a Star Wyvern sends Angel back to start. Thilotilo still... Oh, look, the blue dragon is even added to this...
Oh.
And there's asleep. RNG being fairly kind to Tilo so far. Oh my! What?
Oh, and gets away, and there's a cursed belt and an empty chest that was either an herb or a magic key. Oh wait, he doesn't have any
By
yet.
the way, we
It
now
hasn't
have
been
3
an herb.
belts.
You do have 3 belts. That had to have been an herb. He has no keys. Until now. See, I was trying to manifest it.
It's a key! Yay! Okay, you can die now, Tilo.
Well, there's still that one last chest that could be, say, the token. Doubtful.
I mean, it could be.
Because we have the 3.
Oh!
Or... Alright,
We have a race here, people.
we do. I think while I'm riding that hot streak, I may have to go put down those Powerball numbers for tomorrow. In which case, closing on the house will be even easier.
And now he's like, kill me, kill me, kill me, kill me. And this blue dragon is not killing him. Yep, and as Jay Coper alludes to, we do know what's on the search spot in some sort of order, right? We know that the harp has to be on one of the search spots. We know that the death necklace has to be in a search spot, and we know that the flute has to be in one of the search spots. All right, we have Thilotilo filling up with keys and Angel refilling on keys. And I think we're going to get a coordinates check here from Angel. We know that the coordinates will have something.
It's a 2 out of 3 chance for a zonk, a potential zonk in this case. 28 south, 45 east.
I don't know if that's countable.
I mean, it's Angel. You know he's probably going to try.
If it was west, that's not a problem. All right, so we have Angel FM now. Kind of that. What he just passed is the town of Hawksness. So you're going to go in and he knows it's a golem there, so you know he can't down a golem yet, so he's not going to check that. And we do have Thilotilo going for a grind, and I'm pretty sure he knows where everything is, so I think he's probably grinding all the way.
Do you think we're going to see the full 32,300?
Well, he's been into Caitlin, and I think Caitlin had a flame sword and a silver shield, I think.
Okay, Caitlin had flame full and silver. Oh, okay. So maybe we'll see a 27,600 gold grind to get those 3 items. With the way this is climbing, I feel like all that's missing is the yodeling sound from cliffhangers in Price is Right. Yep.
No, there's Breckenary for Angel.
29.9, interesting.
$29.9. Okay. That's DK bringing up that's double silver. So if he dies on the way, he doesn't have to reset. And if he gets there, all the better.
All right, and Angel has found the mountain cave, so there's the fighter's ring on floor 1, but now here is Death Floor. Cursed Belt. Herb.
Wizard. Blue Dragon. And Angel, of course, gets away.
And there's the token.
Thilotilo, having a heck of a problem running away from this wizard, finally gets there. Blue Dragon for Thilotilo.
Oh, man.
Gonna drop a torch, and what was this? Fairy water?
So
Wings.
The torch, so the wings was the upper one, and then there's the sword.
And gets out.
Oh, mercy.
He's abandoning Deep Grave.
And we know that it's Erdrick's armor and something.
I mean, as Chad is saying, he has
he's already found all three. Yeah, he's already found all 3 cursed belts, the 2 in the treasury and the 1 in the mountain cave. So Tilo knows that Cole, Hawksness, and the Overworld are going to have something, so figuring that the odds are going to be that at least one of those is Erdrick's armor. We know that that is not the case, but I can see how that's the odds-on play.
By the way, while we were focusing on Tilo, Angel did get up to level 10. It had 5 strength, 14 agility, 4 HP, and 9 MP.
And the spell of Return.
And Angel takes out a metal slime. And immediately runs face first into a red dragon. There's a full plate for Thilotilo. And I would imagine he's going to pick up the broadsword, or not broadsword, the flame sword and the silver shield from the next shop, and then check the coordinates.
Well, I would imagine the silver shield, but he got Erdrick's sword, so no need for the flame sword.
Oh, I forgot he had the Erdrick's. That's right, I forgot about that. There we go.
So he's got 11,000 gold to potentially pick up magic armor along the way.
Yep, if he finds one. And I thought there was one in Rimmeldark, but of course he's probably not going to find one. In Rimmeldark. Angel getting to level 11, that has 1 extra power, 1 agility, 12 hit points, 9 MP.
Jay Coper noting in chat, buying a flame sword would be good for Tilo, because that would push him back to the grave to pick up the Erdrick's sword again. And potentially get Erdrick's armor.
So we do have a town here for Angel. This... Cole? I think if we haven't seen another town. This has got to be Cole, doesn't it? Yep.
Yeah, it is.
All right,
So
what do we
we'll
have
find
here?
out one of the 3 search spots, and it is the Death Necklace.
Angel really wanted to. He could slow grind for a silver shield on that tile.
Oh, Z's got jokes.
That's what the isn't that what the vanilla speedrun does?
Yes, and that's even slower than that.
Mm-hmm. And here we go. Angel going for the count. While Angel counts, we have Thilotilo going to check the spike tile here in Hawksness, which we know is a golem. And here comes the death warp. Not a death warp. He's going to try to take this golem out heads up. And Angel finding that this count, not quite doable.
Nope.
Speaking of not doable, neither killing
yeah.
golem.
Meanwhile, the Seed apparently, at least with the attempt at the count, paying homage to the late Coolio, the lyrics to the song 1, 2, 3, 4, you gotta get up to get down. But apparently that's not going to work in this case. But is making a mental note here.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to try to find that place from the other continent and then just try to count from there. Oh, Tilo's going to find Rimmeldar. I wonder what his reaction is going to be when once he sees Rimmeldar.
I don't think that I can utter what the reaction would be and stay on the air here, but we do see the overworld search spot and a nice crit on Angel's side.
Taking out an Axe Knight. That's the grind tile. That's the spike tile in the swamp.
Oh!
To answer Underdog in chat, yes, we have seen the jerk. It is just north of Tilo's current location.
And there is Rimmeldar. Oh, but there's a red dragon. Oh, don't you do it. Don't you do it.
It will.
You know it's going to, but don't do it. No, don't do it. Oh, 3 HP survival.
Angel grinding up on these Axe Knights here.
Trying to get to level 12. 3,000 the target number for experience to get to level 12. Tilo's still trying to run from this red dragon. You'd think with 75 agility there'd at least be a better chance, but as we all know, agility is merely a suggestion. And finally does get away.
And we'll find the town of Rimmeldar, and yeah. Did Angel ever check this
Nope.
chest?
He didn't. 10 power, 3 speed, 1 hit point, 5 magic points, and hurt, and gold. Golden Rimmeldar.
So if you're Thilotilo, how far behind exactly do you feel at this point? I believe the answer is yes. You feel yes behind.
I would say that you'd feel burgundy behind, but that might give mixed connotations.
Well, I mean, burgundy behind is just like Z behind, right? You feel 15 minutes behind once you hit the start button.
Pretty much. Oh, and there's sleep. I was going to go with the stop spell, and the Armored Knight cooperates.
Ooh, Armored Knights with sleep and hurt? That's actually really nice.
Just stop spell and swing, and occasionally heal.
Yep, so this will be a nice little pickup here for Thilotilo, who is quite behind in experience.
And now Angel just about out of resources. There is a town.
Cole.
That's Cole, that's right.
So it looks like the coordinates aren't far from Cole, if I'm reading this map right, which I might be or might not be.
I was never good at reading maps. I don't know how I got my orienteering merit badge in Boy Scouts.
See, reading maps I could do. Making maps, not so much. And Tilo taking care of a stone man.
I remember it's because I could work a compass like nobody's business.
All right, there we go. So that little peninsula thingy there is, I think, where Angel marked his map. So let's see if he can find it.
I don't think these enemies are necessarily cooperating in that regard.
Do enemies ever cooperate?
Well, no. One can hope.
I mean, yeah, but this is Dragon Warrior Randomizer.
We're trying to be positive here. This is the finals. The grand finals, in fact.
Indeed. And we're positive we're near the end of the tournament. Of course, we're also negative that it's near the end of the tournament, because we don't like to see the end of tournaments.
And there's the silver harp in the overworld spot.
All right, so Angel now knows everything, right? He knows where the trade-in cave is. It's in the back of Garanham. He knows the jerk location, so Angel is basically in grind and go mode.
And Chad also noting that means that the fairy flute is underneath the golem in Hawksness.
Because of course it is.
And Angel looks to be settling right into the swamp cave.
And Tilo getting level 11.
And is planning on axing a few questions. Z-Man will be doing the rest of the commentary solo as I'm being thrown out of the booth.
Whee!
Whee!
Kind of like Uncle Phil throwing out Will all the time. Or no, Jeff. I'm sorry, DJ Jazzy Jeff.
I was gonna say like brainy Smurf being thrown out of the Smurf village.
Yeah.
So Angel in a dedicated grind, and Tilo still weighing the options.
So this seed decidedly slower than their first one, where both of our runners were in Sharlock, I believe, almost at this point, if not at this point in the first race.
Didn't they have early Hurtmore in that one?
Maybe? I was in and out of the last race, so I don't know exactly when they got Hurtmore.
Well, here's level 13, 9 power, 3 speed, 10 hit points, 1 magic point, and we manifested it. There is Hurtmore.
Yep, there's Hurtmore. So now this seed's gonna go that grind's gonna go extra quick for Angel. To answer McFruit, Harp was on the overworld spot.
28 spaces south and 45 spaces east of the castle, and you had to go around quite a ways to get there. Angel was able to use some landmarks on the overworld to find it. And Thilo, meanwhile, is rescuing the princess.
I'm going to use her to find the coordinates, whereas Angel counted them. Looks like Thilo's going to do a bit of an Axe Knight grind here, just like Angel did. And now Angel picks up the Staff of Rain.
Now just taking care of the errands is Angel, and then back to a dedicated grind. And just a matter of how far he has to go to get the appropriate statistics to take on the Dragon Lord.
One thing that's nice for Thilo is as he's looking at these coordinates, there's no way he's not going to find coal. So he will also find the Death Necklace, which is starting to kind of look more and more necessary, as strength kind of is just not really gaining much. Since the opening, what was it, 20-something?
True, though, what also isn't much is the hit points. At level 13, a max of 85, so while the Death Necklace is good to have, the likelihood of utilizing it to give 10 additional strength at the cost of 25% of your max hit points, highly, highly unlikely, at least at this juncture. We have seen the game throw a 30 spot or 40 spot of HP before.
Well, I do remember last race, I think it was 3 levels in a row, there was like upper teens, 20 and a 40 in the last race. So you never know what's going to come. Going into Catelyn, going to stay at Nin, I would imagine, cast Return and return the princess. Meanwhile, we have Angel FM leaving piles and piles and piles of armor in his wake. $56.25, I believe, is the experience points that we're looking for level 14. It looks like Thilo's going to take another run at this golem here. We'll be very happy to find that fairy flute under the golem, I'm sure.
I highly doubt that, although I was confused for a second because I saw the sprite for Thilo moving upward and didn't see a princess. I thought, wait a minute, did Thilo take a death?
So Tilo getting an excellent move that helps the Golem kill along, and finds the fairy flute. Yay!
It is going to reluctantly take it. As chat noting, it could make a difference in Sharlock, especially if those sleep-happy armored knights are being extremely uncooperative. And if we know anything about enemies in this game, they're used to being extremely uncooperative.
So Tilo is taking the princess on a bit of a tour. A 3-hour tour of Alfgard. Brian Williams in chat asking, what hasn't Tilo seen? Tilo has not seen Cole. I think that's it. Oh, and obviously the bottom two in the grave.
And Angel, I believe, is, back in the swamp cave for more Axe Knight grinding. After the previous pile of armor has been swept away, and here comes level 14. 11 power, 13 hit points, 1 magic point, no agility. And all that orange means a lot of borderline.
So now, look at the stamp that's trailing right now is MP, believe it or not. Strength is getting there, HP is there. MP is decidedly not.
8 heal more is not really going to get it done.
So now we chug all the way to 7,500 HP or XP for level 15. And we have Tilo still kind of wandering countryside, should stumble across Cole sooner rather than later.
You see, with the dedicated grind, the experience just almost exponentially going up, or at least it seems that way, as Angel has an experience lead of about 2,700 at the moment.
I believe Cole is just east of here and a little south of where Tilo is, I should say. Angel, of course, is grinding the wonderful Axe Knights in Swamp Cave.
Yep, just about out of resources. Might be dead to a crit here. Or might need a max roll to take it out. Oh, no, okay. Has this last one, and now will be dead to a crit, but still about 684 experience away from level 15.
So I think Cole is just to the south of where Thilotilo is, I think. If I remember the way the map is laid out.
I do not remember the way the map is laid out, so... Oh, there's a fire... Oh. Oh. Oh, no.
Oh, that's a problem. Because whenever you die with the princess in your arms, the princess goes back to her cell in the swamp cave.
Oh, that is an abrupt end to the world tour.
And we have Angel back on the grind.
Almost pulled a Pat Summerall there from the old Madden games. Oh no, there's a princess down.
Three more Axe Knights will get Angel FM level 15.
Just 34 experience away. One more Axe Knight.
And Tilo's starting to close in on level 13.
And here is 15 for Angel. 0, 2, 5, 3.
That was a level.
Apparently that was a level, allegedly.
That was nothing even close to a level game. That was half of a level. Thanks, game. We appreciate that. And Thilotilo will pick up level 13 here and pick up the wondrous spell of Hurt More.
Something you don't like to see 64 minutes in.
When's level 16 fall here? This is one I always kind of miss up. I'm sorry?
9750.
Alright, yeah, that's the one I always kind of like, wait, what? No, it's not 10 grand. It's north of 9 grand. Oh, crap. Where is it?
How does that meme go? It's over 9,000! I don't know the animes like that. I know the meme, but yeah.
Alright, Thilotilo taking the princess back to the castle. Angel also going back to the castle, but they're both voluntarily going back to the castle, just by two completely different means.
Well, the way these levels are going, it seems like we're going the distance and not quite going for speed as we were hoping for.
And now that is stuck in my head. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank chat. Apparently I'd said reluctantly earlier, and that got it in their head.
Angel FM has stretched out his experience point lead to a whopping 4,000. Almost doubling Thilotilo's experience at this point, almost. So we are going to get a count here from our, kind of count here, but Tilo's going to be disappointed to see that he actually wasn't far from the coordinates where he died, with the princess in his arms.
Oh man.
I mean, if you want to talk about the story of the seed, an hour and 7 minutes in, it's basically Tilo has been basically been operating under Murphy's Law. If it can go wrong for Tilo, it has. This is just, this is just one of those times where you just kind of throw up your hands and like this just was not my seed.
I think that's a more than fair assessment.
And now he realizes that the coordinates are on the swamp continent and has to go through there. Meanwhile, Angel gets to level 16. Well, that was at least Angel got 13 MP. I mean, it gets him a little closer to a true go mode, maybe. I mean, at least he's up to 10 heal mores. Ugh.
Tilo back over towards Garanham.
And I believe now we are going to 12,500 for level 17.
No, it's not that bad. Just 12,000.
So I was off by 500. Meh. That's only 4 armored knights. Angel taking a death warp back to the castle. Tilo is checking the back of Karen. Was that the first he had checked the back of Garanham?
I believe so.
And chat bringing up the fact that this is his first time in this little area and hasn't done the tablet cave yet. Oh, and there's a decent amount of area out this way too. Oh.
Oh boy.
So using Radiant to help him navigate this wonderful tablet cave. And we have Angel back in Swamp Cave grinding up those X Knights. Ursine, Tilo's significant other, in chat asking how did Tilo get so far behind? It wasn't one thing. It was just a combination of really bad deaths is what it came down to. A combination of really bad deaths has just kept Thilotilo from really getting much of a foothold in this seed.
It's like, what is it, Lemony Snicket. It's a series of unfortunate events.
Yeah, I mean, it started with that early death, right, that prevented him from seeing Rimuldar and getting keys. and then the gold grind, and then dying on the first floor of the grave, and then it just kind of snowballed from there. And Angel not having any of those issues. Oh, look, red dragons have heal. And baby breath.
Here's level 17. 3, 1, 54 and 3.
Well, so what was I believe I said that this was going to be a death necklace seed. I do believe I said that. I was anticipating this.
You did, and note that I did say at that juncture when there was a max HP of 85 at level 13, as we can see on Tilo's side, that I believe I did say that we have seen 30-something or 40-something HP levels in the past. I didn't expect to see 50-something.
So, Death Necklace is certainly going to be a thing that Angel uses here. So his attack power going into the Dragon Lord will be 140, right? So, in order to figure out his damage range, right, you take that 140, subtract 100 for Dragon Lord 2's defense, you get 40. Divided by 2 to get your maximum, 20. Divided by 2 to get your minimum, 10. So he is doing an average of 10 to 20, which is an average of 15 per swing. So he'll need 10 to 11 swings, and he has 10 heal mores. So basically, as long as Angel gets down with, 9 heal mores, he should be good to go. But do keep in mind, and as chat has mentioned, we do have 2 enemies here in Sherlock that we know have the sleep spell. We know werewolves have sleep, and we know armored knights have sleep, and we also do know that armored knights do have a propensity for back attacking. Granted, with the 162 HP kind of mitigates that somewhat, because I believe all the armored knights have behind the sleep as attack. But it could still be quite annoying if we see a bunch of armored knights down here.
I think we saw that the armored knights had sleep and hurt.
Oh, I missed that. Okay. Missed or forgotten. One of the two.
I think the latter, because you had said it. Oh, look at that. 25% sleep and 25% hurt. Easily forgettable.
You think I pay attention to what I say?
Oh no, that's what makes this great, is you and I just have this, flowing stream of consciousness.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we fit so well together. And eventually we say enough things that, make us sound halfway competent. So there we go.
Yay, competence.
Something that is sorely lacking in today's world. But that's another podcast.
I was gonna say, editorializing aside, back to the race here. So Angel is on basement 4 of 7 in Sherlock, and Tilo is scrambling.
This has been a smooth dive for Angel. So if Tilo goes a little further south here, he'll find coal, which he has not yet seen.
Well, now we're seeing the red dragon be a little red dragony.
Yep, and as Aaron2U2 points out in chat, Angel did win the Dragon Warrior Randomizer League earlier in the year and is looking for basically his second consecutive title, and I believe third overall. Oh, and it's a wonderfully tame red dragon here on the spike tile, right? We do know red dragons have both heal and baby breath. Thilotilo using Gwaelin's Love, and finds that he's basically got to go all the way up to the north edge of this map, this portion of the map here, as long as this rogue scorpion doesn't take him out.
And as the death necklace is being put on Angel, Tilo searches the overworld spot and finds the silver harp.
And here we go, Dragon Lord 2, pulled on Angel FM side, and does get the back attack, which should still get an opening. Never mind.
You were saying?
Still gets the opening double. And Thilotilo finds Cole and will find his death necklace.
All right, up to 44 so far, now 58 for Angel. Dragon Lord is anywhere from 150 to 165.
Yeah, and at this point, I mean, so Tilo now has all three of the search spots checked, and he's got to know that Angel's not done is coming soon. He's got to know.
To 82. Oh, big 19. That's triple digits now, 101. $113. Nah, Angel at this point is a miss menu, to a death.
And we do have Thilotilo exploring the bottom of the grave, which we know he needs to do.
Oh, and a big 20 up to 151. The next attack could do it. And does.
All right, everybody, get your GGs out in chat. Angel FM will be the Dragon Warrior Randomizer 2022 Standard Flags Tournament Champion. Well done to Angel. GG.
Holy smokes. The official race time, 1 hour, 20 minutes, and 25 seconds.
And Angel does know that Tilo does know that Angel has finished. Says wow in chat and said, I thought I told you to keep it close. There we go. We're going to have some stats here on Angel FM side.
So now I'm curious, I mean, is Tilo going to stick this out here?
For now, it appears as though.
Or I think maybe just wants to confirm where the armor is. It's hard to say.
And we'll find the armor here. And there's the forfeit.
Yep.
Yep. So
wanted to make sure. I think that was the burning question in Tilo's mind, was where is the armor? And once he saw the confirmation there, it's okay. I've got all the information I need, and okay, 163 was Angel's final swing, and 159 was the DL2 amount here.
But I do want to say, everybody in chat, get your GGs out for Tilo. He does finish in this entire tournament in second place, and that is not something that is easily done. So, even though he did unfortunately lose this race and the grand finals, though second place is a wonderful achievement. GGs to Tilo. Tilo, everybody get your GGs out for him. And speaking of Thilotilo, there he is in chat, as well as Angel FM. We are joined by both of our racers here in the commentator's booth. GG, gentlemen, very well played.
I have a couple comments that I'll let Angel get his victory parade on. Number one, I asked Angel to keep this close, and he did not oblige. I am very for chat. I'm very sorry for chat to have not gotten to experience the fullness of an exciting race. That being said, Angel, congratulations. You deserve this. You have been at top of the game, the top of the charts for an eternity, and you deserve to finally, after all the poor luck that's gone your way over the years, you deserve to finally pull one in. Congratulations, it is well earned.
I do appreciate it. I mean, we already know how great I am, but I still appreciate you talking about me like that.
Wow.
How humble.
Angel has not exactly been the model of humility throughout this whole thing. Not that I have discouraged it in any way, but he has completely torched through the entire Magijaki group, knocking all three of our entrants out of the tournament. So anyway, I'll let him get through his stuff. I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who put this thing on, the whole tournament, the admins. I've been a former admin. Admins are amazing, do so much work, Angel being one of them, and they deserve all the accolades, all the praise, and yeah.
This is where we come in and continue to stroke the ego of the victor. That's it.
I mean, I wish it was closer than it was. Yeah, when I saw Sword and Armor where it was and getting through it in one thing, I was like, I wonder how far Tilo might not have found this. So
Yeah. So I mean, and this is something we kind of talked. I mean, this was one of those seeds for Tilo, and we mentioned this a couple of times, where if it could go wrong for Tilo, it pretty much did. Really, the big time he had the screws put to him was not. He died like a screen or two from Murmildar, and that put off finding keys, and it just put everything off for him, and that it just kind of spiraled from there.
yeah, that's understandable. I mean, I explored quite a bit before I even got the Rumildar myself, so yeah, I was wondering how fast he might have gotten to that.
Beyond that, it was a pretty. I mean, that the Grave 1, Mountain 2 zones, there was a fun zone.
Yeah, they were they were very worrisome. Like, I mean, I got blasted by the werewolf earlier, but when I saw the red dragon trying to get down below, and apparently, I guess the blue dragon's in that zone too.
I think it was like red dragon, blue dragon, armored knight, and werewolf.
Werewolf and wizard.
And wizard. So yeah, it was all Sherlock enemies in that zone.
Yep. And of course, two of them would sleep, right? The armored knight would sleep, and the werewolf would sleep.
So I guess this is where I'm going to make my speech, I guess.
Yes, please.
All right, well, like I said, we already know how great I am, so that doesn't matter. More than anything else, thank you to all the volunteers who helped us along the way. The admin team had a whole bunch of things kind of get in the way of how we normally would go. Most of us had things come up and kind of interfere, and the volunteers helped, an amazing amount this year. So, we appreciate everything that they do. And, also, this tournament also showed a lot of, runners who might not get as much shine come into like the brackets and make a name for themselves. And even if you did make the brackets, I mean, there's still a bunch of them that in the group stages was still very did very, very well. And I think they need to be recognized more than me just winning this tournament. I think there's a lot of competition to come within the next months, and I'm looking forward to it.
Well, thank you for that, Angel. Thilotilo, do you have any
Oh wait,
final...
hold
Oh,
on.
go
So
ahead.
you made
What?
the
What?
brackets, right?
I did.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I apologize. Never mind. That didn't matter. Sorry.
I hate you so much. I hate you so much.
I love you so much.
Tilo, help me. Do you have any final comments here?
I didn't make the bracket, so what the heck do I know? I'm just good at talking about the game, but playing it, not so much.
My final comment is it's clear nothing was going to save me in this race again. This is kind of different than the first race, but it's still the same concept of there was not a decision that cost me. It was just a complete and utter beatdown. But I am annoyed that the armor was engraved because I am the most vocal proponent in the entire community of always diving the grave. And I didn't this time. And that makes me very sad.
Yeah, we had made that comment in the commentators. They're like, "Wait, he's not diving," and then we're like, "All right, well, he wants to save his gold for the gold grind. He'll probably get his silver shield and hopefully come right back." Nope.
Now, once you don't dive, you make that gamble that it's not going to be there. I found all the cursed belts. I knew the odds of the armor being there were very low, and it just didn't work out. But again, just thanks again, everybody, all the volunteers. Thanks for Z for the show. Thanks for Lord of the Scent for streaming these finals. Welcome back to the restreaming world. And thanks again, as always, to chat, to the entire community. It has been a dream run for me up to this point. And congratulations, Angel.
Thank you, Tila. Congratulations to you. Like I said, you through this entire year, we've met like 3 times in the finals of certain tournaments, and it's always a pleasure to play you.
All right, so there we go. Angel, do you want to kind of talk up the special super speedrun race we have coming up soon?
I'm not running that. I already ran that seat. I'm not running that again.
I'm not saying you run it. I'm saying you talk about the race that's coming up.
Promote it, to use a wrestling term that you'd understand.
So we do have the super speed run coming up this Sunday. It is the seed that me and Big Slamu played in our first game. People seem to be a big fan of it, Kappa. But we will have fast hacks, speed hacks, very fast experience. So this is more about routing than anything else to try and win as fast as you can. I've heard some 31 minutes, some 28-minute runs. So if you're looking for something interesting and to get RNG'd out, that's the seed to play.
And for those of you that maybe have come from other randomizers or something, it's kind of like a router's relish, router's delight seed. Whereas you can play it as many times as you want, and really get that time down, so you know exactly the route you need to take, exactly the chests you need to open. Just do it as fast as you can, and that'll be coming up on Sunday night. So there we go. Farhan, any final comments here before we turn it over to our friend Up to NG, who is doing some Dragon Warrior 2 casual? Any final comments here before we get on up out of here?
Well, going from one torture to another in that regard, but no, this has been an up and down tournament, to say the least. It's had dizzying highs, terrifying lows, and creamy middles, to take the Simpsons line, and looking forward to whatever's next here in the DWR community, which I would imagine a Winter League sometime after the new year. I'll more than likely commentate it and less than likely play it, but time will tell. Either way, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for sticking with us all throughout the summer into the autumn for the tournament. And for all of us here at the DW Randomizer community, for my broadcast partner Z-Man 050778, I'm Ferran Burgundy saying stay classy, my friends, and more importantly, stay safe. So long and good night, everyone.